y'all, it's Shannon from Creative Chaos in Tennessee, and today we are back with challenge number 2 for my Fun in the Sun summer challenge, using the Miss Kate Summer Break collection. Now, you can still play along even if you did not get this collection, but we have been having so much fun. Today is going to be a bingo, as you can see. So this printable will be over on the Facebook group. That's where everything is, the albums. You can play along, be entered to win prizes. And so I'm also going to combine this with the Next Big Thing hop. And this month's challenge is to use a large cutout or die cut, I think is what it said. So I am going to do this row here. I'm going to do a super simple layout today. I know I've been saying that, but it really has been. I have been loving using these sketches. This is the sketch I'm going to use. This is a sketch by Allison Davis. And it's a summer themed one, of course, with the beach ball, or you could turn it into a sun if you wanted to. I love the fact that it gives you measurements for everything. So it says your large circle background is 10 1/4, and then your large circle that you cut up here is 10 inches. And then your center circle, I just used a punch for it. And your journaling block, and then it gives you ideas for other things you can do. But I didn't follow it exactly because y'all know I kind of do my own thing. But how I ended up doing my circle and figuring out where to cut, I didn't have as many, I don't think, as she had. But I just took my circle that I did cut out on my Cricut. I think it was at 10 inches, maybe a little bit smaller. But I just folded it in half. And then I folded it in half again, and then I folded it in half again until I got all this. And then I just cut out my triangle for my photos. I did already glue my circle parts together so that I could stitch on them before I got started. But like I said, for bingo, I'm going to use this row. So journal box, 3+ circles, enamel dot sequins or gems, large title, and a sun. So I'm also going to do a little bit of mixed media before I glue stuff down. This is going to be my journal box. I just cut a piece of the collection up, and I put a little piece of white on it and inked it up. I cut out these splashes on my Cricut, and then I glossy accented them and let them dry overnight. And I created this title on the Cricut also, and glossy accented it, as you can see, and I let it dry overnight. So this is my circle that I did with my photos, and as you can see, it's just pie slices pretty much. And then I went through with my thread and just sewed it on. I even sewed on my little circle for the center, and I figured I would pop it up with some foam tape, and it just goes in the center to make it a beach ball. So simple enough so far, right? So pretty much we have a few splashes, a title, and a journal box to put on this. Look how cute! Oh, and for sun, I used the sun paper. So, I think you can see. So, that's my sun, and then I have some enamel dots and things like that over here to use. I have my journal box cut out, my large title, and then 3 circles. So, this one is, of course, a circle, and then my floaty is a circle, and then there's also, of course, an O in zone. So there's another circle. So I think I got the circle part covered. Alright, I'm just going to move this over. I just have some packaging. I'm going to use 2 different shades of blue. So Distress Oxide, I got Peacock Feathers and Tumbled Glass. And actually, I should probably start with a lighter one first. And it's so light you can barely even see it. So now my chaos coordinators have, of course, played along with these challenges. And they did bingos, and they went crazy with it and made so many pages. So you can see them all over on the Facebook group, but I will also include them on here and show you guys. And they did such a fabulous job. I have been so inspired by what they are doing. So I hope that you guys will come over. You have all month to play along with this challenge and be entered to win. Each Thursday there is a new challenge. So last week's was a scrap lift layout. And of course this week's is bingo. I think next week's is going to be a pick 5. And then week 4 will be a sketch. So you have to tune back in to see what we're doing. And again, you can only play, you can play along if you wanted to, not on the group, but you have to come over to the Facebook group to add your photos to the albums and all that good stuff if you want to be entered to win prizes. I'm just trying to put some of this out here on the outer edges because that's where you're going to see it, because the beach ball is going to take up the whole center pretty much. Oh, and I didn't even say, that was my 2 oldest grandbabies in their little swimming pool. Kaylee is a little water bug, and she absolutely loves swimming and getting wet and diving and doing all the things, and she thinks she needs goggles. Well, she don't even have to have goggles, but she will open her eyes underwater, and she just loves it. Lainey is the complete opposite. She doesn't want to go under. She doesn't want to get her hair wet. She doesn't want to get water in her eyes. So it cracks me up how they're sisters, but they are the complete opposite of each other. Alright, so there's that part. And then I have my beach ball to add. And you know what? I kind of want to add a little bit more ink, maybe in up like this way, so that you can see it more. I'm going to do the darker one. Alright, I actually really like the way that looks, because it looks like a little water pattern. So I think I'm just going to give that a minute and let it dry naturally so I don't mess up the pattern in it. Alright, so that's dry, good enough for the most part. And I'm just going to add my beach ball on here. Alright, so there's that part down. And then I'm just going to add my title on here. I thought about putting it on foam, but since it's already so bulky and dimensional with all the different layers, I just decided to forego that and not do it. Alright, and then I'm just going to glue my journal box together here. And I've just been using tape to attach, because since I did sew on this, the glue doesn't hold up as good whenever you're attaching stuff on top of it, but the tape, the double stick tape, works really well. So that's why I decided to go with tape for everything. And then I have these splashes I thought would just be fun to add on the page. I think I'm going to cut this one in half. is all of my stuff glued down. So now I'm just going to add some sequins around, since sequins was the other thing. The sun, which was on the paper, large title, 3+ circles, a journal box, and then enamel dots, sequins, or gems. So I'm just going to add a few of these to go along with like little bubbles, splashes, all the little fun stuff. I'm just going to use my little pickup tool because it is wonderful whenever it comes to getting this little small stuff. Alrighty, so that is pretty much going to be the layout. I hope that you guys will come over and check out the challenges and play along in the Facebook group, which is linked below. Hope that you guys go over and check out everyone else that's playing along with the next big thing and see how they use their big die cuts or cutouts. And I will do my journaling. I will stay tuned for the end of this because there's going to be a lot of inspiration layouts from all my chaos coordinators over on the group, and I hope that they inspire you. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. If you're not a subscriber, I would love to have you. I would love to have a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you are inspired. And until next time, bye y'all.